was a bit confusing to me when I heard it. So SIM card swapping, uh, swapping fraud, right? Um, what was it, and how different is it from SIM card fraud? If I should put it, yeah.
Okay, thank you. SIM card swapping in simple terms. In fact, it's a very dangerous attack that I don't wish even my enemy to experience one. In simple terms, like an attacker trying to convince your ISP, that's I mean ISP by either Vodafone, MTN, Airtel to go employee to divert your SIM number to the attacker's number. And we all know the effect if you lose your SIM. So SIM card in basic terms, the SIM card swap is in basic terms like somebody trying to swap or change the identity of the owner of the SIM to his.
Wow. I guess that must be very technical. Just not, or any, I mean, any person can just do that.
Yeah, okay. To break it down,
Okay.
it's like I have a SIM card, and there's, let's say you are the attacker, and based on what you want to do on me, it is necessary for you to have control over my SIM.
Okay.
So here comes in that you have to have every means to own my SIM.
Okay.
You get my point? So for you to own my SIM, you cannot have my phone physically. So you have the attackers have their way out.
Okay.
They have a lot of techniques that they use, and one of them is SIM card swap. They will pretend to be a worker from the telcos, like I said, either MTN, or if you are owing MTN, they can, let's say, pretend to be like a member or a worker from MTN, call you and ask you to take a certain steps, of which what you are doing in your blind side, they are swapping, changing your SIM to what they are holding. So a time will come that your phone will be no service. So as soon as you have no service, it means the attacker has successfully changed your SIM to what he's having, and now he can pursue what he's trying to do to you.
Okay, but to the service provider, the SIM is still registered in your name.
Yeah, the SIM is registered in your name.
Okay.
Before the attacker will do that, he has already gathered some information about you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. That is why it is very important that we keep our private details very secured and very private. We don't share our details, things around us like our name, our date of birth, and then our ID cards, number, and stuff. We keep them very secured. Because if the attacker has all these things, it gives him the room to go ahead to do this.
Okay, Joseph, thanks for that elaboration. Who are the main targets of the attackers?
Come again, please.
I'm asking who the main targets of the attackers are.
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Yes. I'm asking who the main targets are.
Okay, who the main targets are. Thank you for this question. I normally get this question. People will say, "Oh, Bob, who am I that somebody will attack me?" As soon as you own a phone, you are potential. You are potential to this kind of attack. Anyone who owns a phone. So unless you don't own a phone, and basically when we break it down, it's like people who are very high positions, like politics, in journalism, in places that they will get vital information from. People who are into banking, cryptocurrencies, people who normally handle money or have vital information around them. So these people are normally potential to such attack. But in general, anyone that owns a phone is a potential to SIM fraud attack.
Oh, okay. So, if you can help us to understand this whole business, I mean, the purpose. Why do they do that?
Oh, okay. The reason why they normally do this is, let's take this scenario. There's one journalist in Ghana here, maybe the thing was broadcast, so I can mention his name, Kofi Adoma from Angel TV. He experienced one. What the attacker then wanted to do was like to swap his phone, his SIM number to his own, the attacker's own, so that he can retrieve all the WhatsApp messages and the WhatsApp document that Kofi Adoma has. So the guy used certain procedures by calling, we call it social engineering, by calling and pretending to be an administrator of a WhatsApp page that Kofi Adoma is on.
Oh, okay.
You get my point. So in the midst of the interaction, the guy was at the back door doing some kind of engineering attack. So he sent some codes to Kofi Adoma and asked him to mention the codes to him. So as he was doing that, in the process of that, it helped the attacker, to then swap his SIM. So this attack has helped the guy to get vital information from Kofi Adoma. He does so many things, and then you might not know who's after you. And these people are sometimes being employed by people to just do this, just to get a certain information for them, or just to attack your bank details. Because, any account that you create, like either Gmail or bank account or any online account that you create, they ask you for, how do you call this? Password recovery.
Yeah.
And normally we use our phones for that. So that when you forget your password, you just click on forget password, and they will send you something, code to your phone number. Then you can use that to set a new password. You see? So if I'm able to swap your SIM to me, the attacker's SIM that I'm having, meaning that I can go online to all your accounts that you have and just change all your passwords. And we all know the damage in that. At the end of the day, before you can go to your telcos for them to change it, I have already changed your passwords on all your accounts, and I have control over it. And now I can do, if it is bank account, I cannot transfer any amount that is in the account to my account as the attacker.
Wow. This is actually a very unfortunate thing to happen to anybody. So, should it happen to someone, how would a person know that my phone is under attack or my SIM card is under attack?
Thank you. Anytime you see no service, and if you are in area that you think, where am I need to have service on my phone. Like, a very good area that other phones or other people around me all have network on their phone. And then I have no service on my phone. You need to find out from your telco that you call them through a different line and ask, what is it? Why am I having no service here? Is it because that this area there's no service for your network? You need to find out anytime you see no service on your phone, because you don't know what is happening behind the scene.
So in such a situation, how then do I protect my SIM card? How do I protect my SIM card so that these hackers don't get access to it?
Thank you. This is a very important question to me, and I wish people would take this and then do it straight up, because it is very dangerous attack that we are just discussing. There are several ways that you can protect your SIM. One, you don't need to use your SIM as password recovery. Don't use your number as password recovery for any account that you create. You can use emails as you can use a different email as your password recovery for all emails that you create and other accounts that you create. And then again, don't use your number as two-factor verification. If you have accounts like Gmail, you have accounts on cryptocurrency, sometimes they ask you want to set, even WhatsApp, you want to set a second security feature to it after your password. So you set your two-factor verification. And normally what people do is they use their phone numbers again here to set two-factor verification, so that when they are trying to open the account, they will send a code to their phones, and they will enter the code so that they will get access to. Do not use your phone to do that, but rather we have verification apps like Google Authentication or Microsoft Authentication that you can use such apps for to set your two-factor verification. And then lastly, and very important one, you can set PIN on your SIM. You go to your phone, you go to settings, you go to security, you will see a SIM lock. So you set a PIN on your SIM. So if for anything attacker get hold to your account, before the attacker can have access, the telco will require, the phone will require that PIN that you have set on your SIM before he or she can, successfully have control over your SIM. So these are basic steps that we need to take into consideration whilst we are protecting our SIM. And then we need to be very careful about people who share our details to, like our numbers, our names, and other stuff. Why would they like to take control over my phone? They want to take control over your phone because they want to take all your money in your account, or they want to take vital information around you, or they want to harm you. So please, the preventions that we gave, that don't use your phone number as two-factor verification, don't use your phone number as your password recovery, and to set PIN on your SIM, they are very necessary, and you need to take precaution and do them.